Corrective actions to take for slippage errors on the stroke assembly. Do a proper lockout-tagout procedure on the machine's main electrical panel. Push in on the yellow slide lever on the machine's main air pressure regulator and do a proper lockout-tagout procedure. Using the safety switch lock key, unlock the safety switch lock at the top of the stroke elevation chamber door and open the door. As an option for more working space and light, you can remove the rear panel. If you remove it, it must be reinstalled to assure the integrity of the system before you put the machine back into operation. You will need to inspect the input coupling. To do this, remove the cover on the set screw access hole on the motor gearbox adapter. You can move the stroke assembly by hand to position the set screw for the input coupler to be visible through the access hole. Loosen the set screw on the input coupling and remove the motor from the gearbox adapter. This will expose the input coupling. As an option, you can also remove the gearbox adapter from the gearbox to inspect below the adapter. Remove the input coupling, then the adapter. Here is a photo of an input coupling installed and a photo of a sleeve that is part of an input coupling that shows slippage damage due to a loose set screw causing the slippage error. Any part that shows damage needs to be replaced. If there is no visible damage, reattach the motor gearbox adapter if you have removed it. Reattach or replace the input coupling, then reattach the motor to the motor gearbox adapter. Line up the set screw with the access hole. Using a torque wrench with a hex key, torque the set screw on the input coupling to the measurement shown on the screen. Now torque the bolts on the output coupling to the measurement shown on the screen. Loosen the belt tension by backing off the adjustment screw on the right-hand side of the bumper block on the stroke drive assembly. Or you can disconnect the belt there. Remove the snap ring from the ends of both shafts that are going through the pulley assemblies. Loosen the set screws on both the bearings. Remove the 4 bolts on one of the pulley assemblies at a time, which will remove the mounting plate and the 2 side blocks. Check the teeth on the dry belt pulley that they are not worn down enough to allow the belt to slip a tooth during operation, which will cause the slippage error. The teeth should have almost a 90-degree corner on them to hold the belt in place. No smooth edges off the top flat of a tooth. Here is an example of a good pulley and a worn-out pulley. If they show signs of wear, it's time to replace them. Inspect the rest of the assembly by sliding over the guide spacers and pulley to inspect the keyways on the pulley, guide spacers, and shaft, along with the key for damage, such as rolled edges. Any damaged part needs to be replaced. If there is no damage visible, reassemble that assembly by sliding the guide spacers and pulley back into place. Reinstall the 2 side blocks and mounting plate and tighten the set screws on the bearing. Reinstall the snap ring. Check the other pulley assembly by following the same procedure. When inspection is complete, retension or reattach and retension the drive belt if you disconnected it. Reattach the rear panel if you removed it to assure the integrity of the system. Insert the safety switch key into the safety switch lock and lock it. Close the stroke elevation chamber door. Reverse the lockout-tagout procedure.